Good morning. So I thought I'd do a little vlog. Let's see, it is January 5th, so it's day 5 of no sugar. Yay! And I was craving sugar last night. So I ate some dried fruit. My mental note during the day was to have apples and stuff, but I didn't pull out the apples. I think they're kind of cold in the evening, so we'll see. Let's see. So that's going really good. I went shopping yesterday, and I was, it's a big mistake to try on clothes when you're not very comfortable with where you're at in your body size, and it really bummed me out. I was actually looking for some workout shorts. I had a wardrobe of clothes upstairs in my house for years, and I had a wardrobe in Rubbermaid containers from sizes, the entire wardrobes, underwear, bras, workout clothes, regular clothes, work clothes, summer clothes, winter clothes, entire wardrobes from every size from 0 up to 16 and 18. At every size. So my entire upstairs kind of guest room was full of these Rubbermaid bins. And so my big goal last year was to get rid of all those clothes and get down to just what I'd use. So I had trained last year. It was starting in actually 2012 to 2013. And I trained for a bodybuilding competition and figure competition, and I lost 70 pounds, and I got really in shape, and I competed, and it was really great. And on the way, I got rid of each size as I went down, and I got rid of all of that. I gave it all to Goodwill. I gave it all thousands and thousands of dollars worth of clothes. Like, that's it. I get to get rid of it all. And it was such a great feeling to empty out that room. Now, unfortunately, then I started eating again and working out less and less and less. And now I'm back in bigger sizes, and I got rid of all of them. So that is really depressing. It's because now I have to buy bigger size clothes again. But that is motivating me with my no sugar commitment. But anyway, so now I need workout clothes in bigger sizes again after I gave them all away. And it's a bummer because I had the perfect workout gear, like the kind that I love to wear that was really, 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 really comfortable. And now they don't even sell it anymore. So I'm struggling. I might have to wear sweats. So I've been buying Target workout pants, the nice smooth kind. I have them on now. Buying some of those again, and I'll just have to wear those. Hopefully this won't be a forever process of getting down a little. I'm just not going crazy right now. I'm just cutting out sugar right now. And like I said, I already eat healthy, other than my sweet tooth. And overeating. So I wanted to touch on this issue of cutting out something in your diet and how careful you have to be when you make a commitment like that with sugar and salt also. For bodybuilding, my particular nutrition guy tells us no salt whatsoever. In fact, we really don't get any seasonings when it's competition diet at all. And I put balsamic vinegar on everything for seasoning, and it's great at the time. But no other seasoning. So I like not. Now my taste for salt is completely gone, and so I still don't salt food at all, and I hardly season it, which I think is good. So I started making some soups because it's winter. It sounded like a nice thing. Good all week long meals. So was it this weekend? I think Friday, Thursday, I made lentil soup. I've been planning that for a couple weeks, and I finally made my lentil soup. Now, sometimes I just use water for soup and season that. Maybe add some broth. And usually I go to my local food co-op and get the broth in the cartons there. But I wasn't at my co-op when I thought of making soup. I was at Safeway, so I ended up buying like soup broth there. Now they had low sodium chicken broth, which I did buy, but they didn't have any low sodium vegetable broth, and I thought, oh well, I'll just buy vegetable broth until I get to my co-op. So I used this vegetable broth, and I thought, oh well, it's the Organics brand, so that should be all right. Organic. No. So I made my lentil soup, and I used this vegetable broth, and I tasted it when it was done, and it tasted really, really, really good. Just a taste. It was, oh, this is good. And then I had an aftertaste that was really salty. I'm like, oh no, this is really salty, because now I'm very sensitive to salt. So I'm like, oh no, this is so salty. And I looked at my container, and I saw that this brand has, for 1 cup, it has 570 milligrams of sodium in it. 500, and I'm like, oh, that sounds high. I looked at my low sodium chicken broth, and it only has 140 milligrams. Well, that's a huge difference for the same size serving, 1 cup. 570 versus 140. I'm like, uh-oh. So then I started Googling about what is a good low sodium amount. And I Googled a little bit. I didn't go hog wild, but I did find an article that said if a product says it has over and I can't remember exactly, 430 milligrams in it a serving, it is not it's not considered healthy at all. And if it claims to be healthy, they're lying. So I looked at this, I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, organic does not mean healthy. This is not healthy. So what I had to do is like, oh, do I have to throw out my whole batch of lentil soup? So what I did is I decided to make another batch. So I made another batch, and I just used water this time, and I made it in with the old batch, so it diluted down. Like now I don't even taste the sodium in it. It diluted way down. It's not as good tasting, but I'll just use other seasonings. But that was a big lesson, like, oh, I'm not doing that again. And it makes me also think about sugar, cutting out sugar. You have to be really careful. Now, I told one of my friends I cut out sugar. She's like, oh, I could never do that. No fruit. No. I'm like, no, I'm not going that far. Like fructose in fruit is fine with me right now. Lactose in milk products, fine with me right now. The fruit, vegetable, carbohydrate sugar, milk sugar, I'm okay with that right now. I'm not monitoring that right now. If I were dieting for a competition, I would have to, but my nutrition guide does that for me. But I'm not cutting those things out. So what I'm trying to cut out is processed sugar. So sugar, table sugar, processed sugar, what do they call it? Cane syrup, sugar cane syrup, pure cane syrup, corn syrup, honey. Honey's natural, but I think I've heard somewhere along the lines it's kind of like eating sugar. So, and there's other things that are like eating sugar, but anyway, I'm just trying to do the processed table kind of sugar. So what I wanted to let you know is it's really important if you're going to do something like sugar or salt or anything, fat, is to read labels. If you guys have never done that, read labels. It's so important. Like cutting out sugar is very difficult, processed sugar, because it's in just about every product out there on your grocery shelves. Like it is in every, look at ketchup. I don't know about mustard. Look at all your salad dressings in the bottles, all your breakfast cereals, spices sold in spice containers. You think, I just threw away a spice yesterday. I had a lemon pepper spice container of lemons, and in it is sugar and salt, and I'm trying to stay away from both of those, so I threw it away. I wanted to show you, but I threw it away. So you wouldn't believe where these things are hidden in our food. So if you're gonna be careful, you got to really read the labels. I went to Trader Joe's the other day, which everybody raves about, And you do get things pretty cheap, which is kind of amazing. Sorry. But every single part of their food on all their shelves has sugar in it. It is not a health food store. Sorry, guys, but Trader Joe's is not a health food store. You look at the ingredients. All the breakfast cereals, look at even the peanut butter, unless it's natural. You have to be real careful with peanut butter. Peanut butter has a lot of junk in it usually on the shelf, and at least it has salt, and often salt and sugar. I go to the co-op and ground my peanuts in their grinder machine right there, and it's heaven, and it's just peanuts. That's it. Once you develop a taste for that, it's heaven, and the rest is junk. So you should read your labels and see what's out there, because the whole low fat craze that when I was growing up was the big diet craze. Everything was low fat, low fat, low fat, low fat, but the ingredients had sugar in it. So those low fat says low fat, the ingredients will still have sugar. Healthy, organic, you have to really look at what is in these things. So I'd be excited to hear your guys' experience with these things. I hope that is helpful to some of you, and I'd be happy to talk more about this subject. But I just wanted to throw that in there because it's very tricky. If you really want to cut out processed sugar, you really have to look at what is on those labels, because it is tricky. But I've been doing it for years and years and years, off and on, and so I know what to look for, and it's like easy for me to spot now, and I have a sense of it now. But it took a while to learn, and it's pretty shocking when you don't know it and you start learning about it. So that was fun to update you guys, and I'm running out of time, so I will let you go for now. Okay, bye.